You've already consumed enough content online. It's time to start producing for yourself. It's Ryan here. I want to encourage you in this video that if you are a content creator, any kind of creator of any sorts, that you've watched enough people do this. You've watched enough tutorials, you read enough books. It's time for you to start putting your content out there in the world for the world to enjoy, for the world to prosper, for the world to become better because you touched it with your content, with your creativity in some type of way. And in this video, I'm going to give you some step-by-step things that you can think about, strategies, protocols that you can use, that I use in my content creation process that have made it easier for me to push the trigger and actually get content out there when it's time to release it. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top. The first thing that you must realize is that 80% of the things that you put out there are not going to get the reception that you think that they should. Only about 20% of your work, 20% of the things that you put out there are going to get the response that you're looking for. However, within that 20% could be the next hit song. It could be the next viral YouTube video. It could be the next viral TikTok. It could be the next greatest thing that the world needs to consume. And it was interesting. The other day I was listening to a podcast, and one of the questions that came up specifically, they were talking about the actor and governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they were reflecting on his process. And one of the things that came up specifically is like Arnold had said that no one remembers his bad movies. Right? Everybody remembers Terminator. Everybody remembers those big blockbuster movies, but nobody remembers Kindergarten Cop, right? Nobody remembers these movies that failed. And I think we as humans believe that other people are watching us closer than they actually are, and that they actually are concerned about the things that we're putting out there in the world for the world to consume. And I think the more that we can just remember that there is purpose behind the things that we are supposed to put there out in the world, that people are supposed to benefit, that people are supposed to get value, get happiness, get joy, get love, move their life forward because of the things that we're putting out there, then it can force us to remove our ego and actually move forward in the things that we say that we're going to do. All right. Now, the second thing that I do, and it's a thing that I've done for a long time, that's given me the energy and the inertia to put something out there, is I give myself a time limit to release whatever it is that I'm creating. Right. So this video here, it has a time limit. It's 5:22 p.m. at the time that I'm recording it. This video needs to be released by 6 p.m. tonight. And so I've set a time limit of how many times I can actually do the takes. So this is my first time shooting it. Hopefully it's my only time that I'm going to record this video, and I'm just going to put it out there by 6 p.m. Okay, so set a time limit. One of these things that you can do is set a timer. I like to mentally think about everything that I create as a first draft, because with the power of the internet, again, you can go back, you can delete this video, you can start over. Again, there's no one that is forcing you to put it out. However, if you think about your content as a first draft, especially with things like YouTube, right? If this video bombs, I can use the parts of this video that worked, and I can come back with another video. I can live to create more content. Every single piece of content, every single piece of things that I create, give me the power, give you the framework of how to create something that is good, right? Because if we look at what the response is from a very objective analysis, we can see people like certain parts of the video. You can see it in your analytics that certain parts of a video people will watch longer. People will rewind and go back to that specific section over and over again. It's because that part of the video was good. And you want to take the notes from what were the good parts. You want to be kind to yourself. This is the next one. You want to be kind to yourself. You want to speak to yourself in a way where you encourage yourself for taking action, for taking the small steps, for doing the right action that day to move you forward in your creative process. Another thing that I do is I like to reframe any mistake. Anytime that I make a mistake, anytime that I miss the mark of what it is that I'm trying to do, I look at it as one more way that I've learned not to do something. One more way that I've gotten one step closer to doing the thing in a way that's going to be optimal, a way that's going to give people, the audience, my subscribers, the people who come in contact with my content, the best experience possible. Okay? Now, another thing that I like to do in my creative process is I try to minimize the decision fatigue, right? Like your brain only has so many things that it can focus on. It has only so much energy per day that it can use towards doing all of your daily tasks. And the less decisions that I have to make every single day, like if I already know what the titles of the videos that I'm going to create for that day are, then when I'm sitting down to create, that's one less thing that I have to think about. And so you want to start to structure and engineer your creative process so that, again, you don't have to make a decision. One of the things that I do is I have like a roadmap of titles that I'm going to create of video content here on YouTube, like a library of titles that I can choose from. And so all I have to do is open up this document, choose a title, think about the ideas that I want to say in that video, and record, right? Or go there, look at the title, write some bullet points or notes like I have right here on this other screen right here. That's going to help me to stay on track in the video, and so that you, the person watching the video, has the greatest experience possible. And so these are some tips that if you know that you were put on this world to create, you were put here to share your thoughts, ideas, products, services with other people online. I pray that these little tidbits of information, these little snippet of information can help you. This is only about 6 or 7 steps that I have in a 15-step process. If you want help with getting your message out, if you want help with getting your creativity out there to the world where people actually can digest it, receive it, consume it, and you move from being a consumer yourself to an actual producer where you can actually start to have fulfilledness and be fulfilled in your life because you're putting the creativity that's pent up inside of you out in the world, I would like to help you. The information on how you can do that is going to be in the description. Book a call with me. Let's come up. I want to show you these 15 steps that are going to help you to get your ideas out of your mind and into the marketplace and have them start making money for you as soon as today.